All right, let's get right into it. For years, digital marketers have been absolutely obsessed with one thing, the click. But what if I told you that chasing clicks might actually be leading you in the completely wrong direction? In this explainer, we're going to tear that idea down and focus on what really, truly drives results.
So let's just start with a really direct question, right to you. Are you chasing the wrong metric? It is so easy to get hooked on the numbers that look great in a report, but hey, if those numbers don't actually translate to business growth, what are they even worth?
Okay, first things first, let's make sure we're all on the same page here. We're talking about click-through rate, or CTR. You've heard of it, I'm sure. It's simply the percentage of people who see your ad and are like, yep, I'll click on that. For a long, long time, it's been the gold standard for measuring ad engagement. And you can see why it's so tempting, right? The average CTR for a search ad is a little over 6%. It gives you this very simple, clean score for your ad. You see a high number, you feel like you're winning. But as you're about to see, that feeling, well, it can be pretty misleading. And this is where you really start to see the cracks forming. Just look at the massive difference here. Arts and entertainment, they're getting a CTR over 11%. But then you look at legal services, it's under 5. Why? Well, it all comes down to user intent. Think about it. If you're searching for concert tickets, you are ready to go. You want to buy. But if you're looking for a lawyer, you're doing research, you're being careful. That one click means two totally different things. And that difference, it's everything. And that leads us right to the heart of the problem. When good clicks go bad. So let's really dig into why that super impressive CTR you've been chasing might just be a vanity metric. Okay, this slide right here, this is the big aha moment. Let's just compare two huge channels. With paid search, someone is actively typing, looking for something specific. Their intent is high. On paid social, they're just scrolling through their feed, kind of passively browsing. Their intent? Super low. And just look at the results. The bounce rate on social is way, way higher, and the conversion rate, it's not even close. And the results are just stark. Paid search converts at 4 times the rate of paid social. Let that sink in. 4 times. It's all because a click from someone who is actively looking for what you're selling is 1,000 times more valuable than a passive click from someone who's just killing time. User intent isn't just a part of the game, it is the game. So here's the bottom line. A crazy high CTR on social media might look amazing on that weekly report. But if those people click, take one look, and then leave, you're just paying for window shoppers. Clicks are nice, for sure, but they don't pay the bills. Conversions do. So let's completely flip the script. It's time to shift our focus away from the vanity of just getting clicks and onto the metrics that actually build a business. It's time to talk conversions. Your conversion rate is basically the percentage of people who actually do the thing you want them to do. And yeah, that could be making a purchase, but it could also be signing up for your newsletter or downloading a free guide. This is the number that tells you if your message is actually working, if it's persuading people to take action. And yeah, just like with CTR, there are benchmarks here too. The average conversion rate for search ads is hanging out right around 7%. This is the number that tells you how effective your entire system is, from the ad itself all the way to the checkout page. But really, the ultimate metric, the one that every boss and every CEO actually cares about, is return on investment, ROI. This is the real bottom line. It tells you the actual profit you made from the money you spent on ads. It's the most direct line you can draw between marketing and revenue, period. And look, this isn't just some nice-to-have idea. For basically every brand out there, big or small, the main goals are always the same: increase sales and optimize that ROI. That's the language the business understands, and it's how marketing proves its worth. Okay, so we get it. We need to focus on conversions and ROI. Great. But how do we actually do that? Let's open up the toolkit and look at some real, actionable things you can do to get there. It all starts with understanding a little bit about, how our brains work. There's this thing called the picture superiority effect. It basically means that strong, compelling visuals aren't just pretty decorations. They are literally the fastest way to get your message across. If your ad's visuals are weak, you're already losing. So here's a simple 4-step plan. First up, use beautiful, high-quality images that actually create some kind of emotional connection. Next, write crystal clear calls to action. Don't try to be clever, be direct. Instead of something vague like learn more, try download your free ebook now. It's specific. Third, test everything. Your headline, your image, your button color. You have to keep experimenting to find what really works. And finally, number 4. If you're not a pro writer or designer, hire one. Seriously, their expertise can be the biggest lever you pull to improve your results. And remember, the ad is just the front door. What happens after the click is just as important, if not more so. Rachel Frederick from Sur La Table says it perfectly here. You have to lower the friction. A brilliant ad that leads to a slow, confusing, or clunky website is just a wasted opportunity and, honestly, wasted money. The whole journey has to feel smooth. Now let's look ahead a little bit. The digital world is always changing, and the way we measure things has to change right along with it. What worked for you last year might not work next year. So here are 3 huge shifts coming our way. First, AI chatbots are getting smarter, and they're going to handle a lot of simple search queries. That means the search traffic you do get has to be way more qualified. Second, marketers are finally, slowly moving away from last-click attribution, which means you've got to understand how to track the whole customer journey. And third, video is just exploding, especially on connected TV. It's time to start thinking about your video strategy. And wow, this chart, it just brings that video trend to life, doesn't it? Look at that crossover point. By 2028, the money spent on ads on connected TV, your smart TV apps like Hulu, Roku, YouTube, is going to blow past what's spent on traditional TV. This isn't a small shift, this is a massive earthquake in where our attention is going, and it's opening up a whole new world for advertisers. So, after all that, what's the one big takeaway? It's this: the customer journey is not a straight line anymore. It's a messy, winding road that crosses a dozen different channels. If you want to succeed in this new landscape, you have to look at the whole picture, and that picture is so much bigger than one single lonely click. Which brings us right back to that first question we asked, but maybe with a little more perspective now. I want you to take a hard look at your campaigns, your reports, your whole strategy, and ask yourself, honestly, are your ads built for clicks or are they built for customers?